Happy New Year, Snow.
Happy New Year, MJ.
2024.
We made it.
Yeah. Did you do anything for New Year's?
No.
No, me either.
No.
Well, that was.
I slept a lot.
Me too. I made it till midnight. Barely.
I didn't even make it till midnight. This is probably like the 7th year in a row, though, that I haven't made it to midnight. I'm too old.
I wasn't going to say that. Because I made it. I wasn't feeling good, though. That was my issue. This damn RSV or whatever it is. So, I thought we'd do this one. Do some of the stuff that happened in 2024.
2023?
2023, yeah, before 2024. I think this year's going to be a bitch.
Really?
Just because of the election.
Oh, the election, yeah. Thank God it's only like one day.
Yeah, but this is going to go on for...
I mean, I know there will be like, stuff surrounding it. Like,
yeah.
Well, I mean, we have primaries and whatnot. We have all that to do. And then,
And all the trials and stuff that are going to be before or postponed till after. And will he be on the ballot? Will he not be on the ballot?
I know. It's crazy because, they're citing that it's Article 14. Right? Section 3 or something of Article 14 of our Constitution.
Which says you cannot hold office if you've been involved in an insurrection.
Right. And it does not say anything about you have to have been convicted or anything. It just says if you participated or whatnot. So just to clarify. But part of me is like, yeah, we need to follow our Constitution. And then part of me is like, I kind of really want that son of a bitch on the ballot because I think he's easier to beat, And
yeah, I think people are just tired of him. I mean, they're tired of Biden too, but It's just old. And, the thing about the 14th Amendment is it's funny that people will cherry pick the amendments and go, "Oh, that's not what they meant. That's not what they meant.
Well,
that was meant for the Civil War." But no. But when you get to the Second Amendment, right? No, that's set in stone. There's no.
Even though at the time of the Second Amendment, what did we have, like muskets or something? Yeah. So they didn't even know what the fucking AR-15 was.
And a well-regulated militia, but we had militias because we didn't have a military.
Right. But, I mean, yeah. And don't get us wrong, don't get it twisted. We're for the Second Amendment, but
yeah, it's just like
we're not trying to say that people should have their guns taken away. It's just there should be a better should be a better system. Really,
just like Roe v. Wade back then, they decided, well, under the Constitution, that is, that would be covered in the Constitution, but then it was overturned because they said, no, that's not the way, it's worded. So it's either one way or the other.
It's too bad that our forefathers didn't put anything in there about bodily autonomy, I mean, it's really kind of too bad that didn't happen.
Yeah. So, as we eagerly await the Jeffrey Epstein list to come out.
Yeah, I know. We thought
we would have breaking news.
Oh my
and
gosh.
If it does come out, we'll do a breaking podcast later this week. And we will name all the names. And we will be, critical of whoever's on it. Aaron Rodgers had come out and said Jimmy Kimmel would be on it. Now, what does Aaron Rodgers know?
Excuse me, it's Karen Rodgers, okay?
Yeah.
Quit saying his name wrong. But, yeah, why did he randomly pull that out of his ass, or does he not like Jimmy Kimmel?
He doesn't like Jimmy Kimmel because Jimmy Kimmel was making fun of him over the whole vaccine thing.
Oh, so then he must be like a pedo then. If you're gonna make fun of a football star, should we even call him a star? If you're gonna make fun of a NFL quarterback, about like the whole vaccine issue, which he's the one that came out and was wanting to be outspoken about it. What, you automatically get classified as a pedo for doing so? That's a bit of a stretch.
I don't know. And just because people are on this list, I don't think necessarily means that they had anything to do with it. Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Like they said that Bill Clinton would hang out with him, but they never saw anything inappropriate.
Yeah, the girl, I watched that like 6-part Netflix documentary episode on, I can't remember the name of it because it came out so long ago, but the main one, that Virginia Giuffre, the one that Prince Andrew tried to lie about when they even showed the pictures, and he said he had no idea who she was, and he's standing there in a picture with her. Anyways, she said in that documentary, she said it's hurtful that President Clinton was there and he's lying about even being there because he was there. She goes, I never saw him do anything inappropriate, but the fact that he's lying and saying he wasn't there is hurtful because,
And the only two names we know is Prince Andrew, who did do inappropriate things, apparently, because he got in trouble for it.
Right.
And Bill Clinton. But then, I hate to say it, Donald Trump, back in the day,
was friends with both of them.
Was friends with him. And he said, he's a lot like me. He likes beautiful women. Some of them are a bit on a young age, but he's a very fine person. Trump is on the record for saying that.
Right.
Yeah.
And he's on the record for hanging out with the dude. And, like, there's several pictures of Donald Trump, Melania, Ghislaine, and fucking Epstein all in the picture together.
Yeah. Now, again, we don't run in rich circles and stuff like that.
And there's pictures with the Clintons in the picture, too.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
If you're in that ultra-rich orbit in New York City, yes, you do hang in the same circles as these people. So, just because you're seen with them doesn't necessarily mean,
that
you were pedo.
Messing with little kids, too. Yeah.
Speaking of pedos, we saw The Sound of Freedom this week.
Right.
Yeah, and it was an okay movie.
Right.
It
wasn't I thought it was going to be, like, worse acting in it than it was actually decent acting.
Yeah, decent acting. It was a decent story. It's hard to watch. It's not graphic at all, but it's hard to watch because you know what's going on. Mm-hmm. And I guess like two things, like if there wasn't such a story about this movie and, everybody's just like, this is the movie Hollywood does not want you to see. Mm-hmm. Well, then how come it got to the theaters and, people did see it.
I'm sure they hyped it up so people would purposely go see it, and they were purposely targeting certain folks to go see it if they're talking negatively about Hollywood.
Right. Well, the company that produced it got sold out to Disney while it was, was trying to get distributed, and Disney didn't want to distribute. And of course, Disney's not going to want to distribute that film.
Right.
That was far from a Disney movie.
Why? I don't understand why they didn't say the movie that organized religions don't want you to see. That would have been probably more appropriate because I'm not saying that there ain't shady shit that goes on in Hollywood, right? But for every documentary I've watched recently on religion, it all goes there. All of them. The Baptists, the Mormons, we already knew about the Catholics.
Yeah.
What's the one that Tom Cruise? There's abuse in that one.
Scientology.
There's the Scientologists. God, I can't even think of all of them offhand at the moment, but all of them, a different branch of Christian. It might just be Christianity, the Evangeles. They're all these religions. They all have where they are molesting kids.
Right, and what was it? Was it the tagline at the end of Sound of Freedom? Like, these are all God's children, or something like that.
Right. Yeah.
You know,
it was something about God's children. I can't remember.
But I mean, if you're talking about protecting the children, which, okay, a couple things about the movie. Not a bad movie. Okay, get that out of the way. Okay, disturbing, yes, but not bad. I thought it was going to be a crappy movie, but it wasn't.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be terrible.
But, you know, the thing about protecting children, though, they kind of don't, and this takes place in Honduras, mainly, and they were coming up through Mexico. Well, why do you only care about the children, you know, before they get trafficked? If it's about protecting children, then you'd be concerned. You wouldn't be putting razor wire across the Rio Grande if you want to protect children.
Why wouldn't you? Yeah, and if you're so concerned with protecting the children, as this main character's whole story was about, he literally would go to countries in South America to protect and rescue children, right? So it's like, these are the same folks who are trying to come here for, like, seeking asylum or whatever. And then why are you trying to keep them out? You know they're bringing their kids with them. But but then, like, there's people who are all against, like, the whole anchor baby thing and the dreamers and whatnot. But they're just trying to escape being fucking...
Yeah, and if you do get sex trafficked children, okay, at the border or whatever, and you can't locate the parents, are you just going to send them back because you don't want them in the country, right?
Yeah, would you be sending them back with the sex traffickers? They'll just sell them to somebody else.
I'm sure that they would want to try to find the parents, but what if he couldn't? Because these kids don't have ID. I don't know. But the other thing, though, you know, which was ironic, was when they captured that one creepy dude who was smuggling a little boy over the border.
Yeah.
They caught him.
The brother.
They caught him at the border because they were searching vehicles.
Right.
Now, does that mean it's an open border if they're searching searching vehicles?
It's not an open border. These people who talk about this open border, they've never been to the border.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Are there many people coming across?
Go to Rocky Point sometime. Go check out the massive border wall. Like,
is that the
you
one
can see it from miles away. This thing is massively huge.
Yeah, and the wall isn't all across the border either. You know, yes, we know that.
No, it's not. But it's at the main parts like that. Like, if you go to Rocky Point, you will see the massive ass wall.
Well, I mean, I've seen parts of it. I've seen where you're driving from San Diego to Yuma, and you see the wall.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it looks the same as the one as the point in Rocky Point as well.
Yeah. So. Again,
but they've had that for several years. They've had.
And I was surprised that this movie didn't go to which the actor James Carville. Am I pronouncing that right?
He played James Caviezel. He played Jesus.
Yeah, now he was one of the ones that was promoting it. You know, like, this is a movie that Hollywood doesn't want you to see, and they're trying to keep me quiet. Now, the movie didn't go there. The movie didn't say that it was this Hillary Clinton funded, you know, thing to bring kids over the border. They didn't go there on it, which I was kind of glad the movie didn't allude to that.
I think James Caviezel himself has, like, sour grapes. Like, maybe he didn't get, like, the career he wanted in Hollywood, so he's been doing, like, you know, not total box office smash films anheanymore.
Well, after you do The Passion of the Christ, you might get a little typecast.
Right. Well, yeah, and, like, I don't know. I've heard rumors that he's, like, strange. You know, I don't really want to help circulate those rumors. I've just heard that he's, like, really weird.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But then
I don't know what that means either. Like how he is weird or whatever.
But then it turns out everybody that was involved with that movie, from funding to producing, was all involved in shady sexual harassment stuff.
A couple of the movie, the person that the movie's based off of, the hero guy that James Caviezel plays. That guy was accused, it doesn't have to do with little kids, but he was accused of like inappropriate sexual advances from women that he was supposed to be pretending that he was like with or whatever when they were undercover. And he's like, well, you need to do this to make it look more real or some shit like that. And the women were like, I don't think we...
But the movie portrays him as this family man. Right.
Well, yeah. And I mean, he obviously does like to have a lot of sex. I mean, he has a lot of kids. You see the end picture with him. There's like 7 or 8 of them up in there.
I was wondering who Mira Sorvino was, and I had to wait till afterwards, and then I looked on IMDb, and I was like, oh, that's who
it was
his wife.
Wife, yeah. Oh, you didn't know who?
I didn't know who she played.
You're not a fan of like Romy and Michelle?
I love Mira Sorvino.
Oh, okay. So you...
What was that Kevin Spacey?
You couldn't tell who she was, though? You couldn't recognize
she looks older.
Oh, I thought she looked great. Like...
What was the movie with Kevin Spacey that she was in? American Beauty? Was that it?
No, she wasn't in American Beauty.
Was that
American Beauty was Annette Bening.
Oh, no.
And,
what movie am I thinking about?
Mira... You're thinking of... Not Mira Sorvino. You're thinking of, I can see her face. She's in the American Pie movies, too.
Okay, all right.
And she played the...
Oh, yeah, I know who you're talking about now.
Is her name Mira, too?
No.
It starts with an M, though, doesn't it?
I don't know. We should be prepared for this shit. We should have this shit in front of us.
You totally look it up really quick, though.
That's why. Right.
It's not Mila. It's...
Right. Mina Savari.
That's it. Mina Savari. Yeah. Yes.
And if anyone knew, I mean, Kevin Spacey got off for what he allegedly did, but if anything told you what Kevin Spacey's character was, it would be that character from American Beauty. Kind of creepy.
I thought he was cool in that movie, though. Like, I kind of liked him. He was like, I don't even give a fuck anymore. It was kind of like, you know what? My wife's the one that's a dirtbag. Pretty much.
Dude, can you even watch Kevin Spacey movies anymore, though? I have a hard time.
But what was he really... Wasn't he only accused of, like, groping or something?
Yeah, or in sexual harassment towards other people, male people on set.
You know...
But he was found...
I'm not saying that people in his position should have the right to put their hands all over other people, but, like, that one accusation, it kind of seemed to me like he got... And I'm not trying to defend him at all, but it kind of seemed like the guy had decided that he was going to probably go after him because he had money. So he was like trying to get him to like fucking grab him or something, you know? Like, that's what I don't understand about people in that position either. It's like, you would think that you would be like... on your best behavior, totally
really
keeping
careful.
Your hands to yourself. Yeah, because you would have to worry about all the fucking creepy assholes who might be trying to just sue you, you know, for anything. You know, these people know you have money, like you've been in all these blockbuster fucking movies and TV shows.
Right, like if you're like a celebrity... Like, what do you do if you just take, like, a regular girl home? Do you make her sign a disclaimer or something like that?
No shit. Do you have, like, witnesses and all this stuff? I mean, that's...
Like, Tommy Lee got accused of sexual harassment by some girl who was on a helicopter flight with him back in the 90s. you know. And I'm not saying like, you know, the whole victim thing, you know,
Right.
and it's tough to come out and say it. I realize that's hard. But sometimes these ones where it's been 20 years and then they come out and you kind of go, you know.
Well, I mean, I don't know about that.
Tommy Lee was B1, you know, where kind of like,
But you didn't really, like, you didn't have all the cases where people were coming out, you know, like, or else,
well, yeah,
like probably all those Bill Cosby women would have came out a lot sooner. I mean, that was all happening in the 80s.
Yeah. Well, the Bill Cosby thing, though, everybody knew it was happening because it was an inside joke with comedians. Not when I say joke, you know, I mean, I don't mean ha ha ha, but the comedians kind of heard about what would happen. The same thing with Louis C.K. They kind of knew he was kind of, you know, a little bit of a pervert.
Right.
You know, and there was just rumors about it. So when it came out, you kind of like,
Huh.
And you hear about Paula Abdul. She was saying, like, the executive producer of American Idol sexually harassed her. Yeah, that just came out.
Oh, wow. Yeah, maybe, is that why she quit?
Could be. Who knows? Who knows?
Crazy.
All right, so some of the people we lost this year. Sandra Day O'Connor.
Right?
And it was Dianne Feinstein, right?
Yep.
Cale Yarborough, NASCAR legend. You wouldn't know who that was.
No idea.
Alan Arkin.
Oh, I liked him.
Adam Rich. Remember 8 is Enough? The little kid.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Bob Barker.
The Price is Wrong, bitch.
Yeah. Bob Barker's one of the ones I go, like, well, he wasn't dead already?
I know.
You hate to say.
I know. Well, I was like, I thought we lost him. I didn't realize it was this year. Okay.
Burt Young from the Rocky movies.
Who?
He played the brother of Adrian's brother.
Sylvester Stallone? Or Adrian's brother.
Yeah, the one that got him the job at the, the butcher shop.
I'd have to watch it again and be like, oh, okay.
Gordon Lightfoot.
Oh, okay. I do like a few of his songs.
David Crosby.
Oh, yeah. Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Young.
Cindy Williams.
From Laverne and Shirley?
Yeah. You didn't hear that?
I not know that?
Yep. Harry Belafonte.
Oh.
Jim Brown, football legend.
Okay.
Jimmy Buffett.
Yeah, I remember that.
Paul Rubens.
Oh, Pee-wee.
Norman Lear. Genius.
Oh, yes. Total genius.
Melinda Dillon, the mom from A Christmas Story.
Oh,
I didn't realize that she had died.
Okay.
Matthew Perry.
Oh, I know.
That was one of the saddest ones.
Oh,
Lisa Marie Presley.
oh, that's right. She was at, like, the beginning of last year. Because I'm like, wait a second. I thought it's been a while. That's right. She died. I think she died in January, didn't she?
Yep.
Like right after the year started.
Yeah. Richard Belzer. Law and Order.
Okay.
And comedian. Robert Blake. Wasn't he the one that he was accused
Didn't
of
he
something?
Get accused of like killing his wife?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he got convicted of it. Or did he get off? I forget.
I don't know. I'm going to say he got off. I don't remember him going to prison.
Raquel Welch.
Oh, wow. I didn't know she died.
Ryan O'Neal.
Oh, wow. Okay.
You know, that was like whodunit, right? Do you think he did that to his, isn't he the one that drowned his wife, or allegedly?
Oh, I don't know about that. I don't think I heard those rumors.
Treat Williams. Tina Turner.
Heard that name. Ah, simply the best.
Tommy Smothers, the Smothers Brothers.
Oh, okay.
Tony Bennett, legend.
Oh, yeah. That was sad.
Yeah, so good. So on to a new year, and hopefully we don't lose too many. So some of the good things though that happened this year. For some reason, comedy has been on fire over the last couple months.
It really has.
You've had Netflix specials. You had Jim Jeffries, Matt Rife, Trevor Noah's, which was brilliant. Mm-hmm. That guy is so smart.
I know. Gosh.
Like just his knowledge and his able
to rattle it off like that too.
Yeah.
Like, not saying that he doesn't rehearse, but my God, it's like he makes me feel dumb. Like I should know more about my country, and the history within it.
And he does a great bit about the bathrooms, and who cares? Who cares who's using the bathroom? You just don't look over.
I know. Like that. Like I've been saying that forever. I'm like, what in the fuck do people think is going on in there? Seriously, people just want to eliminate waste and get on with their day. My God.
Yeah, and the without ruining it, I'll just say, stay for the ending. The Sweet Caroline part at the end, absolutely genius.
So awesome. So awesome.
Oh, shit. The Dave Chappelle dropped a new one on New Year's Eve, which it's not his best, but it's definitely worth watching. And boy, did he!
Who can miss a Dave Chappelle? One?
He got he was getting a lot of bad press though.
I'm sure he will off of it, but it's like if these people who are giving him bad press can't tell by now that he is fucking with you because you guys are being ridiculous over jokes, then. Yeah. I got nothing for you, Like, I don't know what else to say.
When you tell a comedian of his caliber, you cannot say something.
What do you think he's going to
say it.
Yeah. I mean, like, duh.
And the first trans... Now, it's not all... Rolling Stone was making out like it was just all trans jokes, which it's not. There's 4, 5, 6 trans jokes throughout the hour. But the first one... Now, I'm supportive of trans people, very, very friendly with the community and stuff like that. And I know people get offended. But that first joke that he made did catch me off guard. And it made me laugh really hard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I thought it was funny. Like with all Chappelle's specials, I always feel like I'm there to learn. It's like a class, like a funny class where you always like learn something from it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like he's like a genius professor up there that's funny, you know.
Yeah, just a really good storyteller.
And cusses a lot, Yeah. It's like that's what like
the Lewis Black one on YouTube, that was really funny.
Yeah, I love Lewis Black.
Yeah.
That was another good one.
He's retiring this year. So enjoy him while you can.
Oh.
And I think one of the best ones was the Ricky Gervais one.
Ricky is always good.
Yeah. And
Ricky Gervais.
And this one, it's not for the faint of heart because I think I counted at least 5 or 6 times that I'm like, oh, he's going to get canceled over that one.
I gotta say, I think that this one, the Armageddon one, is probably my favorite one so far out of his, And I really liked Humanity a lot. Like, I really, really, really liked Humanity. And then the other one was good too, the Supernature, but I liked Humanity more than Supernature, but I think Armageddon is like even better,
Yeah.
It's like he just so brilliantly explains woke and
Yeah.
and
Which
how people and people getting offended too easily.
Which I think we would consider ourselves woke.
Right.
But that doesn't mean that we're going after people for their words or jokes, because jokes are jokes. It's a joke. We recognize that, and other people should recognize it and not make a big deal about it, because we got bigger problems in the world than that. Now, if you say you're woke and you're going after comedians, then that's not the kind of woke I want to be associated with. But if woke means, well, you don't want kids locked up in cages.
Woke kind of means, like, to me anyways, I think it kind of means you know your history. You're woke to it. You know, like, things that happened before you, whether if you had to go and learn them later, but you know shit that happened. You know what went down. You know the score. Like,
Yeah, like, there's nothing wrong with saying, like, the United States has done bad things in our past. There's nothing wrong with that. Because, as Trevor explained very great in his special, how he was talking about Germany and how Germany embraces that and almost apologizes for it.
And then they were able to move past it. Like, it's almost like we're, here in the United States, we're stuck because we can't just admit it and get over it. And live another day. We can't just move on from it and be like, okay, we're not going to do that anymore.
And you have certain states that want to ban books about it or not mention it. You have Nikki Haley, in New Hampshire, not acknowledging that that's what the Civil War was about. And she was like, oh, it's about states' rights and blah, 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 blah. Like, no, but well, yes, she's right. She's right to a degree. It was about states' rights, but the state right to do what?
I know, but then later she went on an interview and she said, everybody knows that the Civil War was over slavery. Then why didn't you just say that the day before? But you can't, because you have to do what we learned from South Park. You have to pander. When all else fails, you must pander. You must pander to those with whom you would like their votes, correct? And I'm not saying that the left doesn't pander either. We know the left panders as well, So let's not, start this whole thing. I'm just saying she was definitely fucking pandering that day when she originally was asked the question.
Right, because you hate to say it, you don't want to piss off the few racists out there by saying that.
Right.
But she ended up pissing a lot more people off because she didn't say it.
Well, and I'm sorry, to me, and don't get me wrong, I think she's one of the lesser of the evils. Minus this whole stunt that she did, but I think she's one of the lesser of the evil Republicans that are running.
No, if it had to be one of them, I would choose her.
Well, I would actually choose probably Chris Christie and then Nikki Haley. But that's just because he seems to be the only one that will admit the crap about Trump, about Trump being a criminal.
Yeah, and they all just want to pardon him, and they say the country.
Yeah, and she's already said that both her and Dick Santis have said that they will pardon Trump because they want to get past this.
Yeah, they say for the good of the country, move on. But even if he gets convicted and he gets pardoned or whatever, he's not moving on. He's not going to.
And it's like, isn't that part of the problem with our country? Like, we've never held any of our leaders to account for their actions. And so this is why we have Donald Trump behaving this way now, because Nixon got away with it.
Well, I kind of hope
Nixon got away with it.
I kind of hope the Supreme Court rules, on that. Well, do you have absolute immunity if you do anything as president? Because then Biden could do absolutely anything and stay in office, right?
Right. It's a slippery slope. Don't they always use that term? It's a slippery slope. If we go down that road and we don't hold people accountable, you know?
Yeah. Speaking of Trump, I was watching Dick Clark's Rockin' New Year's Eve with Ryan Seacrest. I don't know why they still call it Dick Clark, but legend, whatever. But they had Green Day on, and they were playing American Idiot. And as they've done for years, this is the point. Green Day has done this for years. They changed the lyric to not part of the MAGA agenda instead of the redneck agenda. And conservatives were losing their minds. I sent you a screenshot of one of my friends that looks just like Brent Terhune. And he was just like, I am never listening to this piece of shit band again. I'm like, dude, this band has always been like that.
Then
always.
Where have you been for the past
20 years?
20 years. Yeah, that they've been they're even older than that actually. But where have you been?
American Idiot was all about the
Bush administration. Wait, did you just sit there and bang your head and not listen to any of the words? Was that what Green Day always represented to you?
Yeah.
Because even though I get sometimes people will say, well, I can't understand what, some of the songs say. Yeah, but there's pretty distinct, clear lines in some of those Green Day songs that, especially American Idiot, it's literally called American Idiot.
Or Holiday. Zig Hail to the,
To the President Gas Man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's no way you don't hear some of the words. Shut up with your, I'm now going to do this. You just want to be on TikTok, you old man.
Yeah. And
that's what he wants.
And okay, fine. You don't listen to Green Day. Just like Aaron Lewis kind of disappointed me where he went so far to the right that when I went to go see him, it was fuck Joe Biden and chants between every song. I'm like going, ugh.
I don't need to go to this concert
shut up and sing.
Right? You turn into them.
Yeah. But I was kind of like, well, I kind of knew he was like this, so I should have expected it. You know what I mean? That's what I said to myself at the time. I'm like going, I kind of knew he was like this, so. Would I go see him again? I would go see him again with Stain because he just kind of, with Stain, he just kind of just keeps his mouth shut and doesn't really talk.
Oh, really?
But
because are the rest of the band members in Stain?
I don't think so. Not to the degree he is.
They don't agree with him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I don't know their politics.
Maybe that's why they.
But
just
I don't
keep quiet.
think. Yeah.
Or why he'll keep quiet when he's with them.
Who knows? Or Kid Rock. And it's like this though. Why are you okay with Kid Rock expressing his opinions, but not Green Day expressing theirs? Mm-hmm. Or Ted Nugent expressing his opinion? Like when Kid Rock did the Bud Light thing, everybody got on board. Yeah, Kid Rock, he's going to show that Bud Light is not going to turn our kids into transsexuals.
He's going to cancel Bud Light. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, but you...
Right? Yeah. Isn't that what they were hoping for?
Yeah, but you're praising him, but now you're mad at Green Day for doing what Green Day has done for 20 years.
I know, and it's like, I personally do not care for Ted Nugent or Kid Rock, don't really like their music either. But, yeah, whenever they come out and spew their bullshit, we'll usually make fun of it on this show. I mean, we make fun of it, but we get on with our day, If you're going to, and that's the thing. If you're going to go out there and make statements, then yeah, people have the right to say whatever they want to about it.
Yeah.
But it's like, the people just crack me up that, like your friend sitting there saying, I'm never listening to that. It's like, dude, now you just made yourself look like a tool because it's like you clearly haven't listened to them for the past 20 years, When they made the fucking album, you didn't listen to them then.
Well, he deleted. I before he had posted that, I posted the Brett Terhune video about how Brett Turner was making fun of it. You know, and I think he must have watched the video I posted because he took it down afterwards. The post.
Oh, okay.
All right, so being the year end, well, our review of 2023. Okay, we're a little bit late on it. But we wanted two people who were absolute icons this year, who are out doing good work. The first one, Dolly Parton. Dolly Parton, absolute legend. This is Chelsea Handler.
Kicking ass on stage in front of millions of viewers at age 77 when I came across this bullshit on the internet. 77-year-old women shouldn't be on stage pretending they're 20. They should be at home spending time with loved ones and family. Listen up, you fucking wingnut. Dolly Parton is an American treasure, and the fact that she is on that stage at all is a gift to everyone who sees her. In fact, saying anything negative about Dolly Parton is anti-American, quite frankly. There are two people in this country that no one is allowed to talk shit about, and their names are Willie Nelson and Dolly Parton. Here are just a few things that she has done in her life without having children. She funded COVID research that saved countless lives. She invested royalties from Whitney Houston's version of I Will Always Love You into Black communities in Nashville. She's donated over 200 million books to children nationwide. Would you like me to keep going? Okay, I will. She helped raise multiple nieces and nephews and cover the education for most of her family. Me too, sister. She has spoken out in defense of trans people. I'm sure another thing you disapprove of. She has a bald eagle rescue sanctuary. She rescues bald fucking eagles. To quote a reply to the initial post, Dolly has done more for humanity in any single day of her life than you will do over the entirety of yours. And as a woman that plans on being proudly tits out well into my 90s, I have one message, okay? We are only getting older and hotter, so fucking deal with it. I was just...
I gotta love Chelsea.
Oh, I know. Like one of the people that I love the most getting accolades from another person that I love the most. Yeah. It's like it doesn't get any better.
Now, and Dolly Parton came out on Thanksgiving on the Cowboys game and performed at halftime, and you know, and she looks incredible for 77
in a Dallas Cowgirls uniform. Yeah, the cheerleaders outfit.
She came out with a rock album. She's had a great career, and the story about how she wrote "I Will Always Love You" is just a brilliant story. Go search out. How did you find it out? Was it like a documentary?
I watched a documentary.
Yeah.
I watch anything that pops in that has anything to do with Dolly Parton. I will watch it.
Yeah, but she was basically just breaking up with her manager, and she wrote that song.
Right.
And the guy was just moved to tears.
Right.
Which it's a great song, one of the best songs out there.
It really
ever.
is. And the Whitney Houston version of it is great too. Yeah, I mean that I remember when I had first heard the song, like I was in high school, and I'm like, and it was like chilling, like how good her vocals were too on that. You know.
Have you heard Chris Cornell do it?
I don't think so.
I'll have to send it to you.
Oh, wow.
He does a good version of it, too. But, yeah, I mean, but people, because she did all this stuff with COVID research and stuff like that, were mad at her. Mm-hmm. But, come on. She funds a bald ego sanctuary. Come on.
You and newsflash, assholes. You were allowed to say no if you didn't want the vaccine. But fuck you, I wanted a vaccine, and I can always sit there and say, thank you, Dolly Parton, because that's the one that we got here in Kingman was the Moderna.
Yeah.
And I believe whenever we did get it done, I think I thanked Dolly Parton that day. I was like, thank you, Dolly Parton, for this vaccine.
Yeah, so absolute legend.
Yeah.
And Chelsea's right about Willie Nelson, too. Willie Nelson is a treasure.
You don't talk shit about either one of those people. You never do. If I heard anybody talking shit about either of those two people, I would get up and get the fuck out of there. You don't want nothing to do with somebody like that who, like, talk shit about those. It's kind of like people that will tell me that they don't like Tom Petty's music, and I'm like, I don't even know what to say to you anymore. Like, I don't know how to talk to you, so I'm just gonna walk away because I don't have anything else to say to you.
God, yeah. I want to go listen to fucking Ted Nugent.
Yeah, really. Go listen to Ted Nugent,
who allegedly was a pedophile too. Right?
Right? What is it with these people?
Oh shit! And the number one on the list, and yeah, I think everybody gets a little bit burnt out on her because she's everywhere, but she's just a fantastic businesswoman. Who, fucking Taylor Swift? What the fuck is there left to say about her? Just a fucking superstar on another level. Her tour is the highest grossing tour. It's gonna bring in over $1 billion before it's all said and done. It's more than the gross GDP of most countries, the amount of money that she rakes in.
Right.
But just a great person.
Mm-hmm.
She gave her entire crew, now a stadium tour that size takes hundreds and hundreds of people. Mm-hmm. But she gave them all a $500,000 bonus at the end of the tour, or the U.S. tour, on it. She donates money to all these food banks on every stop of the tour, on it, that provides, again, tens of thousands of meals in each city that she stops in. Seems like an overall nice person. You know?
I know.
Yeah,
and yet there's people who talk shit about her.
Yeah, and it's mostly from one side too, and I don't get the hate. I mean, just because she supported the Senate guy that was Democrat in Tennessee when he was running.
Yeah, I can't remember why Republicans hate Taylor Swift.
Well, and she encourages young people to get out and vote too. Like it will show after she does a show in each city, the statistics of people going in to register to vote immediately after the show go way up.
Right.
You know. And her and Travis look like a cute couple.
I know.
You know,
I like them as a couple. People are just mad. Like all these stupid assholes. Well, you know how they get over football? If football isn't a certain way for them, they just can't take it. They can't take somebody quietly taking a knee. Like, that's not allowed.
Now they're not watching because it's, they show Taylor Swift.
You can't have Taylor Swift at the games because that pisses them off.
But they weren't watching anyways because of Colin Kaepernick.
Right. No.
Or are they watching?
No, they all came back around because they realized, well, what the fuck am I going to do then?
Yeah.
Hate makes you stupid.
It's the same thing like when they watch the halftime show, if it's Shakira and J-Lo, they're like, oh, the kids, I am never watching a halftime again. And then Eminem does it. No, never watching this again.
Have they never seen, any concert videos ever? They always dress in, racier out. Those are their show clothes. Those are their performance outfits.
Or Beyonce when she did the Black Panther thing.
Yeah, and they went off on Janet Jackson because of the whole Nipplegate thing.
Well, that's kind of...
How was that her fault, though?
No, it wasn't. That was...
I mean, that was clearly wardrobe's fault. Or Justin Timberlake's. I don't know if maybe he ripped it too hard, but maybe it was a wardrobe malfunction.
Yeah, well, they always come back. But, God, it's Taylor Swift's world and we're just living in it. She's on top of the world. A sure way to beat Trump, though, or Nikki Haley, I think Taylor's 35 now, maybe. She's close.
I don't think she is. I think she's
She's close.
I think she's close. I would guess. I think she's 33. I want to say.
Her and Travis are pretty much the same age.
Yeah, they are. They're exactly the same age or they're really close in age.
Although the Chiefs haven't been playing good though this year.
No.
They pulled it. They pulled out a squeaker this weekend.
What the heck happened to them?
You know
They
what?
crashed and burned.
You know, I think it's all the State Farm commercials. You know?
Mahomes and the auto.
Yeah. I think it went to the head. And now Andy Reid's in all the commercials too. Maybe that's it. Oh yeah, and they don't like Travis because he does the COVID and flu shot commercial.
Like, okay, whatever. Then
I don't know. The anti-cancel culture is the fucking cancel culture.
Yeah, I know. Then go actively try to get more viruses. I don't know what else to say. I mean, apparently viruses make them happy.
Yeah. All I know is we're gonna need more Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce cuteness and comedy specials to get us through 2024.
Hell yeah.
Until the election.
Yeah.
Until the election's
and alcohol.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, I mean, that's it. I mean, fuck, even if the election, as soon as it's over with, it's either going to be really bad or really good. But even then, it'll be like, oh, it was rigged.
Oh, God, I know. We're going to have to go through that whole thing again. If I lose, it's rigged, just like it was last time.
If I win, it's legitimate.
I know.
God, do people hear
So
yourselves?
fucking stupid. It's so stupid. I can't.
But anyway, so yeah, Taylor Swift, Dolly Parton, kudos. All the comics who put out specials this year. There was a lot of good ones out there. Just go on Netflix and just anybody, even the no-name guys, just put it on. It's all good shit.
I know. There were some good ones that, remember, I was like, dude, I had a crap day. I think I turned on this comedy special. I go, dude, you got to watch it. It's pretty funny. You know,
Yeah.
like just, yeah, people
Someone you haven't even
we've
heard
never
of.
heard of.
Yeah.
Like, all right, I'll bite, you know.
Because comedy is what gets us through all this. Comedy and music. Those
Right.
are the two things that get us through this fucking hell of every day.
And hell, and I'm open-minded. I keep trying to click on one, hoping that one of them's going to be a comedian, a conservative comedian that I can fucking laugh at their jokes. Hasn't happened yet, but I'm hopeful. Maybe 2024 will be the year.
Yeah, we have a conservative comic. That's funny.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
We'll see.
We'll see.
I don't know. But hey, I'm willing to try.
The age-old question, can you make hate funny?
Well, as Dave Chappelle, apparently you can.
But he's not really a hater.
And Bill Maher should take a note from Ricky Gervais in that special and be
No
able to
shit.
differentiate between. There's two different wokes.
Oh, God, it's like, please watch the special, Bill Maher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck. But gas stoves, right? They're coming for your gas stoves in 2024.
The stoves are under attack.
All right, y'all. All right, we'll be back maybe later this week once the Epstein list is, and we will read it. And we will be impartial.
Right.
We will criticize who needs to be criticized on it, whether they're Democrat or Republican.
We'll criticize every single one of them.
Yeah. What the fuck are you doing hanging out with that asshole?
Let's keep it fair.
Yeah. I hope there's some good names on that list.
Me
though.
too.
Oh, boy, just
Some
wait.
real juicers.
All right. Yeah, that's a teaser. Teaser for the next episode. The list.
Dun, dun, dun.
All right. Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all.